Alright, greetings and salutations. Welcome everyone. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Gamer, and welcome to Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, our D&D 5th edition adventure that is run here on the channel with these wonderful and incredible people who are Patreons to the channel, help support me, help keep me doing this thing, because this is a lot of fun, and I love playing games, and it is with my utmost gratitude that I get the honor of running a wonderful session of this great adventure for these people here. So hello, good morning, greetings, and welcome to you, my wonderful players. Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
Hello.
Now, of course, we're going to give our players a chance to introduce themselves and the characters that they're going to be playing. But of course, before that, I would like to wish everyone who is still celebrating a very happy and momentous Halloween. I hope that your weekend was filled with joy, candy, and all of those other things that make the season so special. We had our Halloween, a quote-unquote Halloween Rise of the Rune Lords game yesterday, which was a lot of fun, where I got to play the live Dead Aussie Gamer. So that was a lot of fun. So if you want to go check that out, that is up there and floating around on Twitch and YouTube at the moment. Now, before we kick off as well, we'd like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors for the channel and for the sponsors of the show. First of all, Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see of my players over here. And of course, you guys can make these absolutely awesome things because they update them so frequently that they just keep adding more cool and amazing things. Sirenscape for the wonderful music that you'll be hearing, and of course, Fantasy Grounds as our VTT of choice. Now, without any further ado, let's throw it to our wonderful players, starting with, of course, none other than our dear friend Twiff, playing the role of Ulfgar the Dwarf.
Okay, am I still there?
Oh, yeah, we're still here,
there.
Lance. Are you dying, Lance? All right.
Okay.
We might
You
be having some
froze for a
connection.
minute.
They are a little bit.
That's all right. We'll see about we'll see if we can hold a connection with Lance. In the meantime, Ulfgar, if you would.
Yes, I am Twiff, and I am playing Ulfgar Bright Anvil, who is a dwarven artificer.
Very nice, very nice. And next up on our list, we have the infamous Lance Pickett playing the role of Motley Jack. Good morning, Lance.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with the internet, but
Oh no.
I'm playing Motley Jack, a diminutive human bard with a big mouth.
Fair enough, fair enough. I love it, and I cannot wait to see Motley in action. Next up, Syrah, if you would.
Hi, I'm Air Genasi. I'm playing Syrah. She is a fire genasi light cleric.
Very nice. And you're in a bit of peril at the moment, aren't you?
I'm about to be a shish kebab.
Yes. Well, hopefully hopefully that won't happen. I mean, fingers crossed.
We barely knew you.
We barely knew the character. All right, next up on our list, we have the wonderful Sauce playing the role of Kilmarin, the tiefling something. I know this. Look, I'm only just getting to know these characters. Tiefling Warlock, that's it. Aha. I didn't have to cheat.
Yeah. So that's great. You just got it. You nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it in one.
Yeah,
amazing.
I am Saucy, aka Cult of Sauce on Twitch. And so I will be playing a purple 6-foot-tall tiefling Kilmarin who sports a crossbow that fires his eldritch blast. And hopefully we can save Syrah from her impending shish kebab.
Indeed, indeed. And last but certainly not least, playing the role of the Elven Bard Delwyn is the amazing Rykon. Good morning, Rykon.
Hello. Technically, it's evening,
Evening.
but close
Good
enough.
Look, it's morning somewhere. Here, it's morning here.
Yeah, it's morning
right
over there.
here, where I am. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to obviously getting to enjoy the stream from the seat of the audience, we are going to invite you behind the GM screen so that you guys can participate in today's adventure. Now, there are a number of ways that you can interact with the game as we play it. The first, of course, is with channel points. If you look on the bottom of your chat bar, there is, of course, a series of channel points that you can use to do anything from allowing the players to reroll, having the bad guys reroll saving throws. You can grant plot twists where things get a little bit hairy as we twist and we turn through the variety of random encounters that happen. You can create wandering monsters. You can give insight to challenges and puzzles. A whole bunch of stuff. And then, of course, we have our donations. Now, the donations pretty much go to keeping my lights on and making sure I stay well fed. And of course, these are more permanent based rewards. So for $5, you can give a hero point or a jinx point to one of the players or myself. These can be used to petition the GM for stuff, get free rerolls, avoid dying, and a whole bunch of other cool things. For $10, you can grant Wheel of Woe, which means the scene suddenly shifts in or against the party's favor. For $20, you can grant the GM or the players a free nat 20. And for the grand big papa $50, you can give a magic item to the group, or you can boost up the boss. Or if you want to as well, you may create an NPC which will be inserted into the game and allow for the game to do more cool things. So there you go. Yay! And we have Calindria donating a $25. I have a feeling like everyone's about to get a hero point. That's my guess. But Callie, where are you going to be spending your $25? Let's start this off right and give everyone except me a hero point. Oh, I see how it is. It's fine. I get it. All right, very well. Well, before we get started, I will do this because otherwise I'm absolutely going to forget.
There's always next time.
There is always next time. There is. And you know what? I've got to admit, I've been very spoiled with the rewards because I feel like in a lot of shows, somebody who will remain nameless has continually given me nat 20s on things. So I won't mention who or why or anything like that. But just saying, I appreciate those. So I feel like I've been spoiled a little bit. So I'm okay. I'm okay without a hero point. So there we go. We have our glorious hero points. Let's get these to our wonderful players. There we go. Look at that. Everyone's. You get a hero point. You get a hero point. You get a hero point. There you go. All right. Now everyone has a hero point. All right, except for me, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right. Done. So, without any further ado, let us return back to Icewind Dale. Now, our heroes began in the city of Goodmead, a small place at the southern part of the place known as 10 Towns, in the frigid, cold wastes of Icewind Dale. Here, our heroes have managed to gather together in hopes of trying to taste some of the golden deliciousness that is the good mead of Goodmead. However, unfortunately, it was discovered that the mead was attacked by an evil, large giant known as a Verbeeg. Unfortunately, the town's mayor, a man by the name of Kendrick, had fallen in battle trying to defend the wagon from the large creature, and the town was currently in mourning. A friend of the group, a man by the name of Fet. I'm going to call him Fet because I can't remember what his name was. But yes, Fef. That's it, Fef.
F.
Yes. A man by the name of Fef, former ally to Ulfgar, told him of the attack and that the town would be most grateful if a group of wandering adventurers such as yourselves were to return with the mead. It would not only give hope to the town, who relies heavily on the trade of said mead, but also would go a long way to being able to help alleviate mourning hearts as they look and seek for a new speaker for the town. After heading out into the wilderness, you encroached and came upon a small creature, a sprightly-looking spirit of the ice and snow, who seemed perturbed. Turns out that Fef, your friend, had stolen an Arctic fox from the tiny creature, And making a quick decision, the group returned, stopped Fef from incidentally killing the Arctic fox that it had trapped, and returned it to the wilds. You were granted a gift in the form of help navigating the icy terrain to the lair of the Verbeeg. Now, our heroes have entered the lair. Looking carefully, they have found a number of supplies, not just the ones stolen from Goodmead, but others as well. Even a small herd of sheep and goat are locked away inside this small cavern. Having entered from the back door, you, for the most part, evaded notice. At least, until a large crash drew the attention of the ogre that lived to the north. He walked in, confused as to why intruders had shown up in so close to his home, and in a huge fit of rage began to attack. The attack is and continues to be quite fierce as our battle ensues, and has now drawn the attention of the Verbeeg himself. A creature that stands as tall as a giant, whose name is Doog. And it is here that we are going to continue our adventure. All right. Now, real quick, I would like to thank Calindria, because Calindria is amazing, and I have a nat 20 now. So let me get my nat 20 there. There we go. Nope. There it is. Yeah, nat 20. Bam.
Well, that'll give you one good roll, Michael.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Sierra just straight away. No. No, I'm not that mean.
Right on her.
Just that's it. All right. Our scene is going to begin on the outskirts of the cave with none other than Motley Jack. Jack stands at the entrance, right behind where Delwyn is. Delwyn has communicated that further up ahead there is a giant there. It is big, it is fierce, and it is super angry. Who is moving their model? You're moving your model?
Yeah.
All right, very well. So, Motley, you're moving up?
Yes, I am.
All
Now
right.
I see the ogre. So first was moving to there. Then I'm going to give the loudest, shrillest whistle on my flute and say, "Oh, I thought it was an ogre. Not an elf. You are such a pretty little boy." And using that, it should be vicious mockery to an ogre.
All right. As you viciously mock the ogre, it makes a wisdom saving throw. Now, Lance, if you look on your character sheet under where you have your vicious mockery spell, there is a magnifying glass. Select
Yes.
the magnifying glass, and there should be a save with a dice in it next to all the data that's there.
Let me see.
Sorry, let me also show this to our lovely audience as a bit of a Fantasy Grounds tutorial.
Yes.
So, if you hit the actions tab, and then you see
DC 13.
wait, Wiz. I see Wiz 18. Wiz 8.
Cast.
How was that Wiz 8? That shouldn't be 8.
No.
Group DC.
It has a on here is Wisdom's DC 13. It cast.
Oh yeah, no, there you go. Yep, it's fine. Yep, perfect. All right. So so now drag Wisdom. Yep, beautiful. Now drag that onto the ogre, and then you're good.
Okay.
Split the Party TV raid. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. How was your you had an interview? I was actually secretly watching it earlier on. I hope your discussion was fruitful and enjoyable. Welcome in. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. We're playing Rime with the Frostmaiden, and my players are about to be crushed by giants. Enjoy. And you guys can interact with the chat as well. So if you want to interact with the game, we have rewards and we have channel points. So do feel free to check them out as we play.
Yeah, so
All right.
I hit cast and grab the dice and put it on the ogre, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
You got it?
So did it accomplish anything?
No, you need to do it. You need to do it.
Well,
Yeah, so grab where it says
Right.
where it says wisdom 13
I did.
and then drop it on the ogre itself, the ogre token.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Let me try that. All right, I'm going to try it real quick just to see if it works. Yep, no, that'll work. Okay, cool. That's fine. I'll let that one happen, but yeah, we'll get you there. Okay. So, as you cast your vicious mockery, saying, you call yourself a giant, I've seen elves that are bigger. The large ogre turns and says, "Oh, my feelings." As he takes your damage. Now, if you see on that same little bit for your spell, you've got your damage. Drag and drop that damage onto the ogre as well.
Okay. Damage.
Nice. 2 damage
Did
to the
it
ogre
work?
as his head.
Yeah.
He does not enjoy the migraine you provide him. All right. While creating a mild
I'm sure he's
distraction.
provided plenty of migraines himself.
Well, while you create a severe migraine for the ogre, meanwhile, on the other side of the cavern, we have Doog entering. He sees before him the large group. Well, no, actually, no. All he sees is Sira behind behind what looks to be this rather big cart filled with supplies. You are from town. You want to hurt Doog. Doog kill you. Oh! And he is going to strike at Sierra with his spear. Sierra, you look like you had something to say.
As a reaction, I want to cast Warding Flare.
Ooh, what does that do?
It interposes divine light between myself and my attacking enemy, Doog. And I mean, I assume he's within 30 feet of me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And it blinds him and gives him disadvantage on his attack.
Ah, so this is your what do you call it? Your what ability is it? Warding Flare. This is your first level interpose, yada yada, 30 foot. Disadvantage on its attack. All right, here we go. As he takes his spear with disadvantage, and it pays off. As he goes and tries to strike you with his spear, a shining light. Oh! He turns and you watch as the spear embeds in the wall in front of you instead of through your body. Because it's a natural one, his spear is now embedded in the wall. He struggles to pull it free. Oh no! Oh, you're not dead!
I'm very sorry, Dude, but I am not.
And that is all Doog does, as the Doog does. The ogre, who has gotten a migraine, sees the dwarf hiding in the barrels and looks at the one who said mean things. You're not very nice. I'm going to have to eat you. I'm going to step around the fire because I don't want to step on it. There's 4, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, here we are. Do I look small to you now? He says to Motley.
Actually, yes.
I'm going to enjoy flattening you. As he takes his big club. Oh, that was scary. As he takes his big club and whoosh, brings it down upon Motley, who is dead.
Oh.
With a single solitary thwack, the body of our hero Motley lies on the ground motionless. He kind of leans down and sort of smells at the pile of rags, and Kelso coming in with the reroll. Very well, I shall reroll. Now, Kelso, I'm going to ask you this: do you want me to reroll the attack or the damage? I will reroll either or based on what you would like, because I would like to point out he hit on an 8. We'll just find out what Kelso wants. Lance is playing himself duck and cover. What would you, while we wait for Kelso, let's see. He's thinking.
Kelso is unsure.
Kelso is unsure. It's a good, look, ultimately, right, like I said, if an 8 hit, what's your AC, by the way, for Motley? Just so we know.
It's not very high. Okay.
Okay, let's have a quick
Let's
look.
see.
All right, looks like your AC is 13, and he has a +6 to
AC.
hit, which means he'll hit on a 7 or higher. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll hit on a 7 or higher. So that's what you know. Oh, we got 2 rerolls. Lord Garthorn's also one. All right. So do one, and then we'll get the other. All right. So let's start with the attack first. So let's see if the attack. Oh no, that's an advantage. Let me try that again. Ignore that. All right. He's already dead. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that'll still hit. So now there's a reroll on the damage.
Oh well.
So instead of 18 damage, we have 15 damage, and that means Motley is down, but not instantly slain.
Yeah.
But just. So Motley, you are not dead. You are unconscious, and you are on 0 hit points. You also have So you currently
mostly
in the dying
dead.
condition. All right. Okay, you have managed to stave off death for now. All right, so as you are clobbered, the ogre sort of leans down and smells you. He kind of scoffs. As we then go to Sierra. Sierra, as you hear that noise coming from behind you, you actually lift off the ground as the impact strikes the cave floor.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, sorry. I'd also like to point out, Motley, you do have a hero point if you want to use that in order to stave off death. That's what hero points are for. In case you wanted it. But yeah. Sierra.
Can I scramble under the wagon and move like to here?
Oh, yes, sure. Sierra, you may quickly move onto all fours and crawl under the wagon. Doing so while Doog is busy trying to pull his spear out from the wall means that he doesn't get a free attack against you as you move through his area. You do, however, appear underneath the ogre. I need you to make me a stealth check. As you are, kind of creeping away.
Okay. That's not good.
You'll need to roll it in the chat box.
Is it not showing up?
It is not. It has to go in the actual chat box.
All right, I see. Because it looks like it's on the chat box, but I've got a pop-up.
Yeah, it's a really small area to go through. It's kind of annoying with that.
There we go.
All right, so that's a 6. Okay, so the ogre is aware of your presence as you kind of crawl underneath this, but you are currently in cover. So what do you wish to do?
So I could reach I think I can reach Kilmarin, and I don't know that it's helpful for Motley at this point, but hold on. Is there enough room for me to actually pop out?
Yeah. I'd say there's enough room. It's big enough that you'd be able to. I mean, you're sharing an uncomfortable amount of distance between them. Oracle's wondering why I sent an ogre against some level 1s. I'm like, because I do not hold punches. People like to try and call my bluff. I do this with kids.
They try and kill us all.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a giant. Yes, of course there are too.
Yeah. Quite a few modules don't hold back either.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and you know what? I mean, okay. So here's the other thing with that. Not that I'm defending myself in any way, because I don't feel I need to. But one of the other important things is a good foreshadowing, right? Like the speaker was like, at least last week, really laid down as like this mighty warrior who fights on behalf of the town. And this creature, this giant, had felled their strongest warrior in a single hit. Now our group is aware of their own strength, and going into this, like I think we tried the stealth check and drew the attention, unfortunately, of the ogre. But there are other ways that we can that this encounter could twist around, right? Like they've done a fair bit of damage to the ogre, and other things like that. So it's not always going to be a easy fight, but at the same time, it's not always going to be a one-sided fight, unless Motley makes fun of the ogre's size and then gets a thwopping. That's gonna happen. All right.
Hey, they've got to take advantage.
They got to take advantage, and I think he's frozen. All right, Sierra, real quick.
All right, yeah. So I've cast Word of Radiance for the ogre.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. As you speak, whispering a silent prayer towards your deity, I think you're worship of Lathander, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. The light of Lathander shines out of the well, pretty much everywhere. And what is the effect of your spell?
It's. Oops, sorry. It's going to give it. He needs to make a saving throw or have a Constitution saving throw of DC 12, or take radiant damage.
Nice. All right, you should be able to drop the saving throw onto our large ogre.
Okay, so.
Ooh, he does succeed.
Okay.
All right. As the light blinds him, he shields his eyes and he says, "Oh, why are you so bright?" As we then turn to Debwin.
Okay, then I'm having to situate the things all around because see where I'm going.
Yep. You're a little bit quiet, I think. If you can either pull the mic a little closer.
This is I can't get it any closer.
Nope, that's good. Yep.
Let me try something real quick. Nope,
Oracle
I
says
cannot
go for the
increase
feelings.
the
Ogres
size.
have low self-esteem.
Go.
It's very true.
Delwyn is going to move up next to Motley Jack and cast Cure Wounds.
Ooh, very nice. All right. You lay your hands together, and as you clasp them, you could feel the magical energies pouring out of you and into Motley. Motley, in a single touch, you hear this clear, and you are you're alive. Your bones suddenly stitch together. You literally watch your leg do a 180 as it snaps back in place. You are covered in blood, but you are alive.
And then
that
Delwyn
was
is going to
uncomfortable.
move back
As you say that, you look around to see, because you're talking to Debwin, but Debwin's already gone. Just bye.
Actually, I was talking to my leg as it twisted around.
All right, Debwin coming in with the saving touch. Ulfgar, we then move to you. You are behind the barrels, concealed from the giant next to you, but the ogre knows that you're there, but he's currently busy.
Right. So I have a slightly higher AC and back. I'm gonna rush out after this guy. I will notice the giant on my way there. I don't think I have enough movement to get into a flanking position.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, I'd say you're fine to flank 25. There.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna. I still have my arcane weapon up. So I'm gonna smack him with the mace again.
Very well. Smack away.
So you're gonna give me flanking, so I have advantage.
Yep.
And that was helpful. One of those was a nat 1.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. All right. So rushing in with your mace in hand, you take it to the back of the knee of this ogre, who is distracted between Motley and Sierra, as you wham manage to land a solid, very solid blow of 8 damage. He holds his knee.
And then it also does another 1d6. I did fire damage on that, so nope. Crap, what did I do?
All right.
I think I accidentally gave him that effect.
Oh,
so how do I do the damage for?
Okay, so yeah, you need to drop the effect on yourself before you roll.
Okay,
but that's okay.
I mean, I dropped it on.
I dropped it.
Yeah, I dropped it on myself, and it's concentration for an hour.
Yeah, yeah. So you can drop it on yourself, but just roll 1d6.
So I'll drop it on myself again.
Yep.
Do that so I make sure that.
Yep, beautiful.
All right, and then
just a d6 in chat, and then I will. That's an extra 2 damage. Done. All right, yeah, a very heavy hit as you deal a total of 10 damage to the back of its knees. The ogre looks unimpressed and lets loose a painful howl as you've struck it. Kilmarin.
Ooh, yes. Well, I saw that hit right in front of me as Motley Jack went down. And, since his body's lying prone on the ground still, I'm going to shoot, do another Eldritch Blast. No, I'm not going to shoot Motley.
You're being very descriptive. It's like now, seeing as I'm right next to Motley and he's lying down on the ground, I'm going to shoot Motley and just like
dot.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to put you down, old fella. Don't look at me.
Dot.
Yeah,
not Motley.
No, okay, fair enough. Yes, you shoot over Motley's head, towards
Motley's head,
nice.
Towards the ogre. Excellent.
All right, Eldritch Blast.
Let's hope for a good roll.
Nice. Ooh. All right, a solid strike to the center of the ogre. Roll your damage. Nice.
Ooh,
9 points of
yeah.
damage. The ogre, covered in wounds and blood, yells out, "Oh no! Help! Help! I'm being attacked!" The giant on the other side says, "I'm a bit busy. I can't help you. My spear is stuck in the wall." All right. Which brings us to Jack. You're up again. What does Motley do? You're currently lying face down in a pool of more blood than you're fairly confident you had.
Yeah, I don't have very much blood at my size. Well, You done your best, but it weren't enough. May the gods have judgment upon ye. And I cast Bane.
Ooh, all right. He fails against your Bane as you what's the effect of that is a penalty, right?
It's minus a D4 for attacks and saving throws, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna give him that condition. Bam, there it is. All right. So he's got he's got Bane applied to him. All right, Doog. Doog is gonna make a strength check to try and pull out his spear. Oh yeah. Crunch! He rips out the spear from the wall. As he goes. Oh, okay. Oh, now you've got me. Now you've made me angry. Hey, you, dwarf.
Yes?
Have you seen a woman with like fire hair come through here?
You know, that would be a remarkable sight. I have not seen that at all. I don't think I've ever seen a woman with fire hair.
We're gonna make you make a deception check as he.
Okay. Sure. I got a -1 to my charisma, so go great. Deception. All right.
Just roll high.
Just in the chat for this.
Yep.
14.
Not bad.
Could be worse.
Let's see how his wisdom check goes. Oh, okay. Thanks anyway. That's
Happy to help.
Does nothing. Yep, there's the Doog. Doog. All right, the ogre. Let's loose another roar. He is going to. I mean, who hit him hardest? Probably you, the dwarf. As he goes. Why are you talking to him for? You hit me.
You tried to hit me, man. I'm defending myself.
I haven't tried to hit you, not yet. But just you wait. I'ma thump you. All right.
You told me you were gonna eat me, man.
All right, I'm gonna eat you after I thump you.
No, don't do that.
He is going to bite you. Oh no, he's gonna hit you, and then he's gonna try and bite. No, he's gonna hit you with his fist, so it's not gonna do as much damage. But I'm gonna use the stats for the great club. Here we go. He places his hands towards you, and as he does, I need Ulfgar to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat you! Come here!
Oh, that was awful.
Ooh, that is awful. Alright. You can't do anything extra, but as he reaches past you, his hand gets a little too close to the campfire, and he's like, oh! Oh, that's smart. As a reroll, Avarian has given a reroll to Ulfgar if you would like to make another dexterity save.
Okay.
Nice.
That's better. 19.
With your dexterity save, you may use the momentum of his attack to pull his arm further into the fire if you would like.
I will try and do that. So should I do?
Nope, you don't need to. You've just done it. That's what the dexterity.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Roll a d6 for fire damage. As his arm goes into the flames, as Ulfgar, you sidestep him and kind of guide his arm into the fire.
Okay. Do I roll that on him or in the chat?
Chat. 4 points of damage. As his arm catches fire, he... Oh no! Fanning it doesn't help! Why is it getting bigger?
You know, the best thing for it is to actually stick your hand in further, because the further you are in, the less the flame will hurt.
Look, I'm pretty dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
I gotta try.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Avarian CA, thank you so much for the reroll, but also has claimed a plot twist. So, Avarian, you have a choice of 2 plot twists from our plot twist deck. We have Wrath and the Agony of Defeat. Those are your 2 choices, Wrath or Agony of Defeat. Take your pick, and we will add that.
Oh god, neither of them sound good.
And resolve that plot twist. All right.
They all sound bad for the party.
They sound pretty bad. All right. Syrah, you're up next. All right. Agony of Defeat.
Sarah, you're muted.
Yes, squares are 5 foot.
Yes, squares are 5 foot.
All right. I'm going to clamber up on top of the wagon momentarily. And I'm going to cast Burning Hands at the giant.
All right.
Who has to make
Yep.
a dex save.
He does not pass his dex save.
All right. So in that case, I just do the damage, right?
Yeah, totally.
Did that show up?
Yes, it did. 7. Oh, God. Jesus.
Well, that was interesting.
Can I help you?
Abandoned mansion.
No, thank you.
No!
I just got a message from a person, can't be meeting for school prep tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. And he sent me a video. So, thank you for that weirdness.
I like how it auto-played.
Yeah, right? I was like, I just did like the unlock screen and it was like, oh, okay. Alright, the flames lick out and rush, spreading out over the giant who takes 7 points of damage. He, as,
I hop back down off the wagon.
Okay, yep, 1 second. I just need to make a dexterity check real quick. Nope. Alright. Nope, not that one. So, as the fires erupt and fly over the side of this large giant, we then watch as let's see, is it here? Nope. Okay. You then watch as the flames that lick up and around the giant start to catch the barrels and the crates that are here as well. What do you do as you see that happen?
Oh no, not the meat.
Good call. Yes.
All right. I say to the ogre, "Hey, your meat is about to catch on fire."
Oh no! My mead! Not my mead! He seems to be very distracted by it. Okay. Which then brings us to Delwyn.
Well, Delwyn is going to move up again. This time, though, she is going to be going for an attack.
All right. Delwyn moves up towards the giant. Giant still waving its hand around. Oh no! Oh no! A solid hit with your rapier. And with that, the ogre falls, landing on its knees and then tumbling over. All right.
Yeah.
At this point, we are going to play our plot twist card, The Agony of Defeat. As the ogre is running around, trying to frantically put out the fire, the ogre, oh sorry, not the ogre, the giant starts to cry. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This isn't right! This isn't right! It's not supposed to be this way! Please stop burning! Please! Oh! He takes some like snow from the ground and he's like dumping it on the barrels. He looks very upset as he's...
I move to help him. I'm going to start putting snow on the barrels.
What are you doing?
I'm helping you, Doog.
But why?
You seem very upset.
Oh,
And it's a shame to see good mead spoiled.
well, it's true, but me wasn't for me.
Who was the mead for?
He watches this like huge like boogie like pours out of his nose and he sort of snorts it back up. He says, well, you see, the thing is, I was supposed to be giving it to someone, but they didn't like it, and I thought maybe if I got some better mead, good mead from good mead, that maybe she'd take an interest in me.
Ah, so you've got a sweetheart. I see.
Well, I have someone that I like, but I don't think she likes me very much.
Well, perhaps she doesn't like mead at all. Have you asked her what she might like?
Well, I haven't yet.
I think you should ask her what she would like to have.
I think that's solid advice.
But that's not how the bigs do things. We're mercenaries. We prove to our partners that we could provide for them by stealing stuff. That's what we've been doing.
I see.
But,
is that working for you?
Well, I've got my sheep. He literally leaps over Ulfgar. Ulfgar, you panic for a moment because there's this like several 100-pound person jumping over your head at this point in time. He walks over and proudly picks up like a sheep. He's like, meh. As, oh, see, oh, sheep. Yeah, I took all of them. Do you know how hard it is to carry sheep through the snow? Do you know how hard it is to find sheep in the snow? They're white and made of wool. They look like snow. It's difficult.
I've heard that's a problem for the shepherds around here. They lose a lot of sheep.
I can't believe that with all that you've done, that any giantess worth her salt wouldn't have fawned all over you. I don't think she's worthy of you.
Well, what am I supposed to do then?
Well, does she even know you're interested in her?
She's not good enough for you.
I'm sorry.
Well,
no, go ahead.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of being worthy or not. I think it's always a case of, what you're willing to do for a person you love. If you're willing to make sacrifices and put things in front of your own personal needs, I think that's a recipe for a good and solid relationship. I read that on a
you've been
napkin
doing
once.
that, and she doesn't really care. She obviously thinks too much of herself and not enough about others like you. You really deserve a giantess better than her. You need to look for someone as good as you.
You mean that?
Of course I do. Now, Michael, do I have to roll deception?
If you're not meaning it, then yes.
Well, I'm trying to mean it to myself, to mean it to him. But looking at him, it's hard to, bring everything together. I mean what I say, but I don't necessarily mean it when I look at him.
All right. As you make your deception check, let's see what you get.
In chat,
In chat, yep.
did you catch that?
Nope. You need just make sure you drop it in the chat box. How can you get him to re-roll when he hasn't rolled yet?
Hey, I'm just,
It's
hedging the
preemptive
bets.
reroll.
Just hedging the bets. All right, there you go. So he's
That's-
fine.
there you go.
Okay.
That one?
Okay.
All right. We'll let that roll forward, so you'll get the reroll on something else. All right. So he says, "All right. Well, if you believe in me, maybe I can find another Verbig, someone who's nice and kind, and doesn't call me stupid looking."
Oh,
I'm
I
sure you
absolute-
can, big guy.
Oh, you're actually kind of nice. I don't suppose you'd be willing to help me. I mean, I've never really broken up with a girl before. Would you help me? You know?
Well, I myself am not real attracted to my own race. Perhaps my dear friend Bard over here could help you.
Tossing Delvin under the bus.
Yeah.
but Molly,
Ah.
he's looking for help breaking up with the girl. So I think you might be right on the money. You
He
are
has
the
better
man.
luck with women than Motley does.
Well, I'll tell you, I've actually been divorced myself, and the way it went was very simple. I took my shit and I went out the door and I said, "Well, I'll see you later," and then that was that.
Why would you bring all your poop with you? I
Right,
feel like you should just leave it where you buried it.
I hadn't had the chance to bury it yet. Yeah, it's a good point you bring up.
Oh, okay. Well, what about you, elven lady?
He makes a very valid point. Taking your stuff and just simply leaving after saying farewell.
You know, if she doesn't want this mead, we can take it for you, and that's less for you to take with you.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I think that is, yeah, okay. I can, let me get it in the wagon for you. He jumps back over Ulfgar,
God.
and he starts almost happily loading the wagon with, like, all the supplies he's taken. I mean, the less I have to carry, the better, right?
While he's loading, I will play a
Absolutely. I
careful
mean, you
little
want to be,
tune.
you don't want to take baggage with you. That's just taking the memories of the relationship with you, and it's going to slow you down.
You're right.
Break your
You're
heart.
right. I could do better. This will be a new change for me, a brand new start. Ooh, I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll become a butcher or a baker. You know, who said that all of her
Look,
beak
you've
have to
got
be
all these
Or a
sheep.
candlestick maker.
Oh, a candlestick maker. What's a candle? Whatever, I'll make them. He starts to, again keep loading stuff in. As he does, you hear a voice coming from outside. Doug, you idiot! Are you here? Oh no, that's her. Oh, she sounds beautiful. Her name is Gar.
Ah,
Yeah. It's the sound that people make when you step on them.
Doug,
Oh yeah.
you've made your decision.
Oh, but
You need to stand strong.
I don't know if I can.
Well, then she's going to respect you even less,
Oh no.
right? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
If you
You have
leave,
to show you're strong.
yeah.
If
If you leave, if you tell her you're not gonna take you're gonna stand up to her, and you're not gonna take any of this insulting that she goes to you, and you leave. She might come after you, because that, more than anything, will show her that you are strong.
All right, I can be strong. I can do this.
Absolutely, we got your back, man.
Okay. He stands up, and as soon as he does, coming from around the corner, right next to where Motley happens to be standing, is a massive and large Verbeeg woman. As she kind of turns around, she looks and says, "What's all this then? Have more of your little braids run around and escaped? Look at this mess." Motley, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Oh
no. Okay.
I kind of
in chat
myself.
again?
Yeah, just in chat. With a 2, she just kind of leans over and flicks you with a finger. You're not injured, but you kind of get sent, reeling a bit as she is like, "Oh, this place is filthy!" Whack! And then steps forward.
With a 2, I thought I rolled an 18.
No, you rolled a 2.
no!
The dice, the digital dice
on
hung on that edge, but it determined it was a 2. All right. As the large creature.
Okay, because on the screen here it says differently.
Oh no, that was the other check you made. Because there are 2 checks here.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So as you basically are knocked to one side, you hear Doog turn around and say, "All right, Gar, we need to chat."
Chat? What do we need to chat about? How you leave a mess everywhere you go? How you're a worthless, good-for-nothing provider? How I would be better off with Bog?
Oh, not Bog.
Yes, that's right. Bog. Bog is successful. Bog is hoarding cows, not goats.
Oh, cows are hard to find. They also kick very hard.
Ooh, yes, no. Look, don't let a few cows stop you. Now, why are these creatures?
Here would be better off without you.
She turns around. She's like hand on the chest and like,
"How dare you! I am the greatest thing that this giant ignoramus has ever experienced. I'll have you know." She leans down and puts like a very big meaty finger on your chest, like pointing at you as like she Karen points you, like just yeah.
"Well, no, leave him alone." Ooh.
We're going to tell everyone that Doug dumped you. We're going to make sure that Barg hears about it too.
She stops and she looks up, and she turns and only her neck turns as she says,
"What did she just say?"
We're going to tell everyone that Doug dumped you.
Is that right, Doug?
That's right. That's what we're going to do.
I'm trying to. Doug's sitting there trying to get a word, and he's just,
I said, shut up, you little harlot.
Squeaking out.
I said.
Good enough
"Oh, you're gonna get punched." Wham!
Oh
no! So she turns and she whops poor Motley, and I feel bad because it was Sierra who provoked her.
There is a reroll still on the table.
There is a reroll. There is a reroll on the table. Do you want to claim that? It's ours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
All right, let's try it again. Okay, that didn't help. Okay, so let's see. It's just a fist attack, so it's not with a weapon or anything. But that should be. There we go. 12 points of damage.
Oh no!
He's out again.
He's out again. All right. So basically, as Sierra has thrown this at Gar, she literally just clenches her fist, and unfortunately, you know the rule of 3. Like, we're gonna say that you're dumped. We're gonna say that you're dumped, and then Motley opened his mouth, and unfortunately, she just went bang out of pure rage, and I feel terrible, but that's what happens as you smash through the wagon.
It's all right.
And come out the other side. No, I just feel bad. It's like you're not the one who's provoking her, and you're the one who gets the kick. But it was really funny.
He came out the other side of the wagon?
Oh yeah, he goes through the wagon. Like you watch as some of the crates break apart as your body flies and lands limp against the stone. You watch as Doog kind of winces and covers his head. You can kind of tell it's more of an animalistic,
Before
like he's
completely passing out. I probably deserved that.
And you watch as his, if you've ever watched anime and you see someone who's about to die, he goes white and you just hear this ding, and he's just dead again.
Ulfgar wants to make a point about, so he's gonna shout, it's easy to get cows. They're big, they're slow, they're not adapted to the cold. They don't have wool. They give you meat and they give you milk, but sheep give you wool. Sheep give you milk. Sheep give you meat. And sheep are really hard to find in the snow. You should respect that. It's harder to get sheep. Cows, anyone can get cows. I can get you a cow.
Yeah. It's hard to get sheep. It's not easy at all. Oh no, is your friend okay? I think his bones are not working. They seem to be made of jelly.
I'm gonna go and cast Cure Wounds.
At this point, Sierra, you notice that that Gar, her eyes are transfixed onto you. She says to Doog,
Is this right? Is what this sheep's trollop saying correct? That you're dumping me?
listen, Gar, you're not healthy for me. This relationship is destructive and toxic, and she's right. I'm leaving you.
This is your fault!
And we're going to fly into initiative.
Mine?
You are going to get a chance to heal. Yeah, you're going to get a chance to heal, but this is definitely Sierra's fault. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a quick moment to welcome our dear friend Connie. Hi, Connie. Deadly Nightshade 666, the wonderful and amazing streamer who is always welcome on my channel. Always welcome. One of the most delightful and amazingly fun and talented people I've ever had the pleasure of ever having to deal with and work with. Also one of the great stars and now GMs that I've seen behind the Perception Studio team. Welcome in, and welcome in to all of Connie's wonderful followers. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I run D&D and role-playing games on my channel. That's where we are. We're at my channel. So what is happening right now is, long story short, the big giant, which is this guy up here, named Doog, had stolen mead from the town of Goodmead. The group had come in search of it, and after a small skirmish in which an ogre has been killed, they found out that the reason why the mead was stolen was as an offering to a potential mate for Doog, a woman by the name of Gar. However, they discovered that it was a rather toxic relationship where Doog had to go out and scavenge and maraud and do a whole bunch of different things in order to try and appease Gar. And they've convinced Doog that he can do better. He is now trying to break up with her, but we're in battle now. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
All right, which of course brings us to. Let's see how this works.
Oh no.
Come on. Nice. All right. So, and also, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel as well, I would like to let you know that there are a number of ways that you can participate in today's game, through either channel points or through donations, and they're there in chat. If you have any questions, please ask, and our lovely moderator, Calindria, will help fill out the blanks. All right. The initiative begins, and we start with Delbwyn. Delbwyn, it looks as though Gar is enraged, believing that Sira was a homewrecker who had come into her cave and basically convinced her prospective courtship partner to dump her. Yeah, she's taking a very personal offense to that and is going straight after Sira in a blind fury. What do you wish to do?
Well then, Delwyn is going to look to Doug.
Oh no, she's angry.
This is to be where you would need to show that you are strong.
But
she's going to try and inspire him.
I'm being inspired. I've never been inspired before. Mostly I've just been beaten.
And also, where is my stuff?
I don't know. Check your back pocket. What's so funny?
Because I was gonna give him a bardic inspiration, but it's like there's no listings for it.
No, that's fine. You can give him bardic inspiration. I will add the condition to him. Very well. He has been inspired by your kind words. He has to stay strong. He has to dump her. Doog, who is now for some reason an ally to the group, will immediately stand back and says, "Gar, listen, you need to calm down. You can't just have your way through violence. You can't just yell and kick and scream and smack people until they do what you say. I am a strong and powerful and independent Varbeek. And I'm not afraid of you." Her hair kind of, you can see like these kind of like curlers, you know, like how in like those old Looney Tune cartoons, like hairpins and curlers start falling out of people's hair as they go crazy with anger. Yeah, so it's like, "You dump me, you worthless little worm!" "Yes, I dump you, and I cast you out." Does the whole like I am done with you. You have not caused me nothing but pain. I've done everything for you. I've raided villages for you. I've killed a person for you. I've found sheep in the snow. Do you know how hard it is to find sheep in the snow? And you haven't even shown
Really
me a
hard.
scrap of gratitude. Kilmarin, it is your turn. You are caught in a very uncomfortable position as our tiefling warlock is literally between the two quarreling couples. Thankfully, being giants, they're kind of like looking over your head, and they haven't noticed you just yet.
Oh, yeah, that's good for me. I am going to step to the side so as to not provoke an opportunity attack. Mm-hmm. Nothing to see here, just sliding to the side. I will... I'm going to... How about this? I will hold an attack in case... can I do that? Can I hold... Hold an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so you won't be able to hold the attack as you've already taken an action. Holding basically means to delay your initiative until later, but you can ready an action. Now the difference between the two is a readied action needs to have a contingency. In the event of X, Y then occurs. So if you want to, you can ready an Eldritch Blast. If so, what would be your contingency?
You know what? I'm just gonna hit her with it.
Just gonna hit her with it?
Yeah, why not? She's kind of annoying.
It's a ranged attack in melee, and you're gonna get thwopped.
Yeah. Don't have a lot of good options here, folks. Ah, God, yeah.
There is a disengage. You don't get the
disengage
attack,
where you can disengage and make distance.
Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna have at my disposal. Really, is a little disengage action here.
All right. Very well. You move away, trying to avoid the attention of the giants as you make your way back over by Ulfgar. You look at him and Ulfgar, you kind of share this momentary gaze of like, oh, that could have gotten really messy real quick. As we then go to Sira. Sira, You rub your hands together, and you are gonna heal. And you're gonna heal poor Motley.
Yep.
Motley is on full health again. Once again, covered in even more blood. You watch
And
as several.
splinters this time.
Yeah, you watch as several ribs kind of go back into Motley's body.
Oh, no. Now, you need to try and take better care of yourself.
Motley turns and says, "Well, I don't know what's bothering her there, but I don't know why I became Canadian, you know. But yeah, I don't know what her problem is. I think maybe she's just quite angry, you know. Yeah, I think we need to take her down a peg." That's my impression of Motley. It's just this thick ass Canadian. All right.
Oh boy.
All right. Ga is up next, and Ga looks towards. Motley healing sounds worse than the wounds. Yes. All right. Ga looks to Duke and says,
She has poisoned your mind, you simpleton.
But you didn't even want to date me.
No, and I still don't. And I don't want anyone to say that someone else managed to get you before I did. It makes me look weak.
You mean someone else might be interested in me?
No, you idiot! Now get out of the way, or I'm going to throttle you.
He looks down at Delwyn and says, No, I have my friends now. They're helping me stay strong." You watch as she takes out a long freaking spear. And hits Debwin hard. For 14, hits Debwin, not Debwin. Hits Doog hard. For
I was like, say, oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Hits Doog hard for 14 points of damage as he gets struck directly in the head. And she goes, "Move!" Doog, with like this now big scratch mark on his face, sort of turns up and he says, No, I won't. And I'm going to burn my critical hit. As she takes a multi-attack to hit him again.
No.
And she says, "Fine. If I can't have you, no one can." 29 points of damage as the spear embeds in Doog's chest. Doog gains a level of exhaustion and takes a knee. And she pulls the blade out, and you watch as a river of blood starts to pour from the wound. He, as much as he wants to, cannot stop her from moving forward. But she has used her multi-attack, so she can't actually push forward any further. Let's see. We don't have a Motley yet, but I'm going to use a Motley to inspire Ulfgar for the time being, as Ulfgar is. Oh, there's a reroll. What am I rerolling? Am I rerolling the damage? It's a nat 20, so I mean it's not a roll. It's a 20. I can reroll the damage. That's the best I can do.
Everybody wants you to
Protect
save
Doog.
Doog.
Save Doog. Doog's not dead yet.
This is amazing.
Doog definitely can't take another one of those, but alright, I'll reroll the damage. Okay, here we go. Alright. And
It's even more.
Oh, hold on. Because of the nature of what was intended, I will allow the 29 to go instead of the 30. So it's still low damage, but yes. Still, the sentiment is appreciated as Doog is still injured, but he's not dead yet. He's definitely not happy, right? Alright, so Motley is going to move around and away from the giants who seem to be intent on throttling him. and give inspiration to Ulfgar, saying, "Hey, Ulfgar, there. Now listen, if you sneak up on the big woman there, she might take her attention away from old Sira, don't you know? Give her a good old whacking with your mace there, and I'm sure that she'll calm down right away."
Lance and chat
Sure.
use me.
Hitting
We love
people
you, Lance.
always makes them calm down.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah. Violence always calms people down. You know, every time when I'm out there on the snowmobile and a moose comes across my path there, I just pop it straight in the nose.
It's canon now.
Canon now. Take that, Moose.
Yeah, take that, moose. Jesus. Sorry. I apologize for nothing. Okay, Ulfgar, it is now your turn. So not only do you have your buff still in effect from before, but now you also have inspiration from Molly.
So Lance is in chat saying, "Use me." I think, can we pick him up and throw him
Yeah, just use it as a weapon.
at her?
Okay, hold on. Let me see what else he's got. Oh yeah, speaking of mooses, you know, you kind of look like a moose there with your face and things. Have you ever thought about plastic surgery? I don't even know what that is yet, but I'm sure someone could invent it just for you. Will save, and she fails and takes 1d4 psychic damage. So yeah. So Motley insults her and does vicious mockery to basically just cause her nose to bleed.
Doing his best to get killed again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, Ulfgar.
All right, so looking around me before I do anything, the logs in the fire, would you say any of those are, say, between 1 and 5 pounds?
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, I'd say about 2 pounds.
So I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna move and insert myself between her and Delwyn. But as I'm doing that, I want to cast catapult on one of those flaming logs.
Ooh.
Oh
and
damn!
Throw that at her.
All right, make your attack as one of the logs begins to float into the air.
Right, so it's a dex save.
Yep. Natural one, which means this is a critical hit. So, if you hold down left shift at the same time as you drop your damage, it'll automatically double when you
shift.
Yeah, as you drop it onto her.
Okay. All right, I'm holding down the left shift key,
As you drop the dice onto her.
dropping the dice. There we go.
Cool. That is a lot of damage. I'd also like you to roll
Alright,
2 extra d6 as the logs are on fire, and I will allow the fire damage to crit as well. Can we rename the she-giant Karen?
And
No, I think it needs to be. It needs to be Karen. Karen. Yes.
Karen.
So drop these in the chat.
Yeah, just drop those ones in the chat. Very well. It is now official. That's 5 damage. Okay, so Karen. There you go. Cool. Done. 5 points of damage. All right. Oh, she did not like that. All right. So as the flaming log hits her in the jaw, she looks down at Ulfgar and just sort of spits some cinders on the ground in your general direction. Looks like something's drawn her attention aside from Sira. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was.
Delwyn, it is your turn.
Delwyn is going to flick a dagger at her.
All right. Oh, that is a miss, unfortunately. As you throw the dagger out, it flies through the air, but glances off their shoulder. Also, thank you to Tasbriel for the salty cheers.
I'm gonna inspire Kilmarin.
Okay, inspiring Kilmarin. Kilmarin, you have
Alright.
You have an inspiration.
All right.
Okay. My computer is too slow to have both Fantasy Grounds and Zoom.
Okay. Well, if you want to, turn off your video on Zoom, and that should save up on some space at least. All right, McBluff has redeemed a reroll, so you are going to have a reroll of your dagger attack, Delwyn. Oof.
It's a little worse.
Yep, it bounces off. This time it like hits by the handle and just like donk. It's dang it. It's like your hands are cold. That's all it is. You're just like trying to stay warm because it is very cold in Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
All right, Doog. Doog stands up onto his feet. As he does, he seems very weak. He coughs out blood and says, "I'm not weak." And he's going to take a one of the like barrels, not of mead, just like of like pickles, and he raises it above his head, and he's going to try and drop it onto Karen. It hits. And Karen takes 22 damage as the pickles pour down on her. Her hair is like wet.
Does she get any like acid damage from the vinegar?
Brine? it's definitely all of it, and it's basically see on the side Tasfariel's salted pickles. It comes courtesy of your salty bits. So there you go. That's done. He does so. He takes a few deep breaths. He says, "I found something I'm willing to fight for, something I'm willing to die for. What about you, Karen? Have you ever had anything besides yourself that you care for?" And she's like, "How dare you speak to me in this tone?" And he says, I do dare, because my friends have taught me something. They've taught me that I'm better than what other people say of me. Sure, I may not be the best looking Verbig. I may not even be the smartest. As far as I'm concerned, I'm definitely not the wisest, or the most athletic, or the most charismatic, or any of the other statistics that are normally made up in our usual makeup in these sorts of things. But nonetheless, despite all of that, there is a strength that you can find if you've got friends with you. And I do. So you need to leave, Karen. Kilmarin, it's your turn.
So I will I will move off right here just so I have her in sight, and I'll raise up my crossbow, and I'll say, I think he told you to leave.
Ooh, make an intimidate check, and you can roll that in chat.
Cool. Grab my character sheet.
I'm going to allow for a cinematic here. Does anyone else wish to stand against Karen?
I am standing against her. I will hold my flaming mace.
Excellent. Good. All right, let's go in order then. Ulfgar, what do you do?
I will set my face, and I will take my mace, and I will thwap it menacingly in my hand, trying to keep the flaming bit away from my hands.
Nice. Make an intimidate check.
He said to go. All right.
All right. Motley, what are you doing?
I'll stand
I am not.
and I'll walk as best as I can between them. Now, I might not be able to fight any given one of you, but my life goes before his.
Okay, make a diplomacy check on that one. Or a persuasion, sorry.
Yeah, fantasy grounds won't stay up for me.
No, that's okay. I can roll it for you. Not a problem. Persuasion, you got a +5, and that brings you to a 22 on your check.
Woo! Wow. Nice.
Nice. All right. Syrah, what do you say?
I'm going to stand up on the wagon next to Doug, put my hand on his shoulder, and in my other hand, a ball of fire appears. And I said, I think it's clear what you need to do, Karen.
All right, make a intimidate check. Debwin? I think he might be muted. These are amazing rolls, by the way.
I know.
We want her gone.
Time to go, Karen.
You will not be seen by the manager.
Make a performance check.
Make a performance check. Got it.
All right. Nope, that's beautiful. Okay. With all of you kind of standing side by side, Doog still severely injured, Karen takes a few steps back. She says, you've not heard the last of me. I'll return. Yeah. You're all fools. Damned fools. And with that,
why do you think I dress like this?
all right, with that, Karen leaves, rushing outside of the cave, and Doog takes a knee as he basically from exhaustion at this point, says, "Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's gone for good. Oh,
right.
Thank
I
you."
doubt that you've got that kind of luck, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give a very quick and warm welcome to Time Lord Wife. Thank you so much for coming and tuning in. You've come in at such a dramatic moment. Like, we literally just, we had a whole thing. We had a whole thing happen. Let's see if I can recap. First of all, big shout out to Time Lord's Wife. Guys, go check out their amazing channel. That is, like, honestly, some of the most entertaining role players that I've ever seen and watched. I lurk there all the time. It is a wonderfully good time. Guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I do role-playing games here on Twitch, and we're playing Rime of the Frostmaiden. Now, let me quickly do a shout-out call real quick. Bam. There we go. Playing some Dungeons and Dragons yourself. Nice. Our group of heroes are in Icewind Dale. At the town of Goodmead, several barrels of mead were stolen by a giant who was trying to impress a lady giant. The trouble was the lady giant was the aggressor in a very abusive relationship, and our heroes managed to convince the giant known as Doog that he was in a bad relationship and needed to cut ties. He needed to stop doing stuff to impress this very ungrateful person who the chat has named Karen. I do apologize if anyone is actually named Karen in the audience. I understand your pain. I don't feel it, but I'm sorry. But yeah, so the group has just rallied up behind Doog, and they've just basically all made intimidate checks, and Karen has run off into the woods to go and terrorize managers all across Icewind Dale until the next time that she returns for her vengeance. So, silence falls over the cavern as you take a few very well-deserved deep breaths. As as you kind of turn around, Motley, your injuries are kind of superfluous now thanks to the healing from Sierra, but you're kind of relieved that somehow or another you managed to avoid getting clobbered yet again. Doog looks to you and says, "Oh, I can't believe she's really gone."
You know, your life's going to be better now. And you know the best thing to help in getting over with someone is to take up a craft. You have all these sheep.
I should turn them into a tree.
I think. No,
Oh.
you should learn how to make cheese.
What is cheese?
Cheese making. Oh, man, you've never had cheese, so you get the milk from the sheep,
Uh-huh.
and you just let it get old and hard.
What?
Exactly.
Ooh.
And after you do that, you can eat it, and people love the stuff.
You walk Doog through the process of making cheese. I need you to make me a persuasion check. While that is happening, does anyone else in the group wish to do anything? Keeping in mind, of course, that the supplies, thanks to Doog's efforts, have now been placed into the wagon, ready for your return to Goodmead as triumphant heroes. Doog is sitting there just listening at bated breath at Ulfgar's suggestion of making cheese.
All right, so I still have inspiration.
Oh yeah,
So
you can use it.
how do I use? How do I use my inspiration?
Go ahead.
How do I do that?
Just roll the d6
Yep, so-
after you've made the roll.
Roll a d6 after I've made the roll. Okay.
Indeed, indeed.
So persuasion.
Persuasion.
Mhm.
All right. Beautiful.
And
You have
I'll use that up anyway, so that'll get it up to
19.
19.
Nice. All right. You successfully convinced Doog to become the Goodmead's very first cheesemaker. He doesn't live in the town or anything like that, but from this point on in the adventure, anytime you come to Goodmead, you will also have access to a variety of very fine cheeses, many of which go incredibly well with the mead served in town. While, of course, he is very remorseful of having killed the poor speaker of the town, you have reformed him. And as such, I would like to give everyone a level up.
Right on.
Yay! For good ending and for heroism and, of course, for returning to Goodmead. Now, in order to level up for our people in Fantasy Grounds right now, it's very simple. I'm going to level up Lance's character super quickly, just so that everyone can see. So, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, if you are joining us for the very first time as well, this is how you level up in Fantasy Grounds. You take your character sheet, you go to your class, you hit the little magnifying glass that's next to it, you drag, you drop, and you've leveled up. That's it. Lance is now level 2. You do need to assign spells if you do have new spells, but of course, you know, we can work on that in a minute. Now, also, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Hartley in the chat. What's up, Rob? Woo! Made it in time. Well, yeah, we're in the next little leg of our adventure. You just missed the battle of the giant Karen, but now heroes are now returning to the town of Goodmead. So, returning back to the town, you can see in the distance there is a large bustling
glass
of people.
and click on level up.
Yep, there you go. All right. The town of Goodmead is filled and with people moving in and around, still trying to make do with what rudimentary supplies remain in the town after the giants had stolen everything. But seeing you in the distance, a small child wanders the street with a stick and what looks to be a hoop made of like wood. As he kind of knocks it through the snow-laden streets, he looks and he sees, they're here! They're here! They're here! The child runs and starts banging on doors, and suddenly a shoe hits him in the head. Shut up! And but they're here! They're here! They look out the window. They're here! You hear a bunch of people start to cry out and rush over. They are all gathered in the main thoroughfare, waiting to see what happens as you return. As you riding this large carriage filled with supplies, there is a momentous cheer. As the group You are welcomed
And-
into Goodmead as reigning champions. The barrels of mead are quickly taken off the cart, only to be examined, and you have people who are just over the moon at the fact that their supply has returned. You watch as people start to hand out supplies where they belong to. The general store now finally being able to properly restock themselves as well. The mead hall, the doors fly open as you hear the sounds of cheering as people begin to celebrate once again. The atmosphere has changed entirely from when you had first arrived. There is not a single sign of dejection or sadness, save for one. You see, on the steps to the shrine of the Flaming Sword, your friend Thef, the ranger. As he sees you, you kind of approach nearby, and he says, "Well, you did it. Thank you so much. The town is very grateful, and I'm very grateful. Please, take this. It's not much, but hopefully it'll be able to help you." He hands you a small bag. In the bag is about 5 gold per person. In addition, you see some strips of meat that has been dried out, as well as some cubes of what appear to be blubber. Now, this blubber is a basic fire starter. As the winters have crossed over into Icewind Dale for so long, finding wood for burning and the like, finding things that would take tinder and the like is very difficult. So blubber is what they use to start fires, and he gives you a pile of like a small packet of cubes each.
Your gift is well welcome, my friend, but I'm more concerned what troubles you.
He sighs deeply and says, "Well, we are not entirely out of the woods yet. You see, we still need a town speaker. Without one, the 10 towns will not recognize Goodmead as a part of the council, and our voice will go unheard. I don't want the role myself. I know that we spoke to Kendrick many times on the matter, but someone needs to be able to represent our interests. There are 2 candidates in town,
my friend.
Oh, sorry, go on.
My friend, I found that the best leaders are usually those that really don't want to lead.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm a ranger. My calling is out there, to the wilds and to the snows. There are 2 others here who are suited, I think. But I don't know. Maybe my own vision is skewed. Maybe my understanding of what's required for politics is different. Chandra and Olivessa are both prime candidates. But I think only time will tell as to whether or not they'll be suited. But enough of my troubles. You've done outstanding. I hope that you enjoy a long and well-deserved rest. Where do you hope to go from here?
Well, I mean, we were coming here for meat. I don't know if we had any further destination other than Goodmead.
We haven't even formally formed a friendship. I don't even know where to start to decide. There are 5 of us, each with different reasons for being here. Perhaps we should talk together and figure out if we have a common goal from this point.
Of course. And naturally, you would be more than welcome to share my home and hearth while you stay here. The least I could do from the heroes who have returned with our supplies. Hopefully as you stay here, you'll get to know some of the people. And who knows, maybe this can be a more permanent situation. We can even try to find you a home or a place to stay properly. As he
Well,
says
we
that,
appreciate
he... oh, sorry.
Oh, Ulfgar was just expressing his appreciation.
As he leaves, the group has the better part of a couple of days to be able to rest around town, to enjoy the mead at the mead halls, and to, of course, just for the most part, just kind of unwind, which was their intention when arriving in Goodmead. However, on the third day, as the morning rises and you begin your morning rituals, I'd like to ask everyone for what I like to call a campfire scene. This is a campfire scene where you are invited to discuss elements of your character in a private space. So, everyone is going to be invited to describe to the audience and to each other your morning ritual that is, I guess, private. The thing that you do for yourself every morning. Let's start with Delbwyn. Delbwyn, what do you do every morning?
That's a very good question. Delvin would mostly be normal morning things of getting ready, making sure there's no holes in the bagpipe. Then afterwards, she would play a tune from her childhood.
All right. Standing out the front of the town square, you begin to play on your bagpipes.
She would actually be playing on a flute.
Very well. You begin to play your flute, a haunting but enchanting melody. It travels on the winter snow, and it puts a lot of the people at ease. Over the last few days, they've become accustomed to hearing you and enjoy its almost very its caress awake for a lot of the workers here. Kilmarin, what is your morning ritual?
So just for clarification, this is not public. This is what Kilmarin does when he wakes up in the morning privately?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, he fancies himself a fairly decent looking fellow, so he does take some time to pull back his long ponytail and get that in shape and make sure his beard is properly groomed. But he also takes a moment to, not quite in the form of meditation, but kind of leaning into that direction of feeling like a meditative sort of thing, to acknowledge the source of some of his magical powers, but also in a way that he's trying to rise above that link that he has to them. I think this would make sense more for and he's a warlock, so he has a certain pact, right? So I guess with the audience I can share that he's a warlock. He has a pact that he's not quite sure of, so he uses that opportunity to kind of not succumb to that agreement. Yeah.
You begin to close your eyes as you after you've done your self-grooming. You close your eyes and you begin to focus on your sense of self. You envisage a box. Within that box, you kind of see it wrapped in string. It floats over to you and places itself firmly in your hand. From within, you realize inside of this is everything you are. Your personality, your feelings, your emotions, your connections. You think about your day, you think about the last few days and the people that you've met. Simelias, the baker, and his wife, Derntas. You remember, of course, the children at play. You remember the traveling merchants who wandered through town, who got so drunk that they fell asleep in the middle of the town square and almost froze to death. All of these memories. And every day, you open the lid ever so slightly to place in your new experiences and your new emotions. As this meditation happens and as this visual happens, You watch as slowly but surely, almost like grease at the bottom of a bag of like super, super greasy, salty food, the corners of that box start to ooze a black substance. Every day, it's always a little bit more stained. And a part of you is too afraid to open that box to find out what's inside. You're confident it has something to do with your Elder Pact. And you're confident that for the first time, you'll see something looking back at you. Ever since you made the deal, it's always been at your peripherals, out of sight, like kind of like looking at dirt in your eye. You kind of get a glimpse of it, but the harder you look at it, the quicker it moves out of your sight. All except for this box. Syrah, what is your morning ritual?
I tend to spend my mornings in prayer. I struggle with piety, and I must force my footsteps to the path of the light. So I take this time to center myself. And after spending my time in prayer, I take a quiet walk around the town just to feel the heartbeat of it, the life as it slowly awakens.
All right. You begin to move and walk around the town of Goodmead, which I'm just going to very quickly show my lovely audience our town here. There we go. Now, the town of Goodmead is relatively small, as you can see. So going around it takes maybe the better part of an hour or two, at a reasonable pace. As you walk around, you eventually come to the shrine of Tempest, the god of war. This is where the body of Kendrick, the town speaker, is being prepared for its final rest. There you can see a relatively kind of heavy-set priest that you have gotten to know over the last few days. A rather interesting person by the name of... Sorry, one moment. By the name of Roska. Roska sees you on your walks every morning, and as he does, he gives you a gentle nod. He invites you every other day to come and pray, not necessarily to Tempest, but to pray at the temple nonetheless. It is up to you as to whether or not you wish to participate.
So, yes, I'd like to participate. I'd be pleased to join.
Roska greets you. Ah, Syrah, good morning. It is good to see you well and traveled so healthily. I wish that I had the time in day to be able to go on such morning walks.
Ah, good morning. It's good to find the time to take a walk and connect yourself with the people where you live, and to connect yourself with the life. It helps remind me of my past.
It is good to remember the past. I, for one, remember my time as a soldier, fighting and doing battle, all in our God's glorious name. It wasn't until coming so far north upon deployment that I learned to understand, to enjoy the simpler of things, to enjoy being. It is nice and contented here. Now, I believe it's my shout for breakfast this morning.
I think that's right.
the two of you walk to the mead hall, where you enjoy a hearty breakfast in each other's company. You don't necessarily always see eye to eye on things. He is actually a cleric to the god Torm, and he is very much paladin, battle, destroy evil, and especially in regards to Doog, he does not like the idea that you guys had left a giant in the woods. But, again, he's not the person to condemn other people for making these decisions. There are, of course, reasons why, the giant lives and you guys live as well. Maybe there was other things at play. Real quick, I'd like to take a very special moment to thank Easy Dispel for coming and joining us today with their raid. Thank you for popping in. I hope that you enjoy yourselves. I noticed that it says that you're a first-time raider, first-time chatter. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here. We are playing Rime of the Frostmaiden. I am Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is what we do, and we're just having a quiet morning in the town of Goodmead. Also, a very warm welcome to David X, and also hello to Pixie, who's just joined us as well. Hi, Pixie. All right. Motley, what is your morning ritual?
Well, first thing when I get out of bed is I pull out a letter and a braided length of polar bear fur. I take each separately, put them to my lip and my forehead before returning them, saying, I hope I do the both of you honor for what you have done for me. Then I start to care for my goods, starting with my rapier. And Mother, I am sure to give you all that you deserve. And then I finish taking care of my goods, clean up, and go outside with a smile on my face.
Very nice. The preparation of your gear for the day is actually very ritualistic as well. You unfold what looks to be a scrap of leather. It's actually saber-toothed cat fur, on which you lay down all of your belongings, and then one by one take care and maintain each and every one of them. Ranging from your instrument to your weapon, everything is kind of looked after. Yeah, very well. Ulfgar.
So Ulfgar is a dwarf, an artificer, and a blacksmith. So while he does have some, he's not really the most interested in self-care, but he is a dwarf, so he does pay some attention to his beard every morning. Make sure the braids are not gotten too loose, make sure that there's no singed hairs from looking at the forge. Every morning he will take out some of his notebooks. He will inspect both his tools and his weapons and his gear, make any notes on the performance, any thoughts for modifications that he might have to improve them. He may tinker with some things, basically looking at ways to try and improve things. And then he will do a quick check and make sure that there is no one paying attention to him. And he will pull out another small purple leather-clad notebook. He will start to continue in writing some of his Drizzt fan fiction, and then slip that away.
Nice.
When he does this, he's got a dagger that he keeps in his boot that he acquired and was told that it was once owned by Drizzt. He sets that next to his book when he writes. If there's any smiths in town, he will go and visit them and talk to them, talk shop, see if he can get any tips, trade tips.
Nice.
Basically, anyone who's interested and anyone who's maybe not interested, he will talk blacksmithing about. Especially
Nice.
If he's had a breakfast bait.
Yeah, there is no local smith in town, not here at least. But your craft has gone well noticed by a couple of enthusiasts more than anything else. Now, as you are writing your fan fiction, there is a knock on the window as this tiny little girl by the name of Sophia presses her face up against the window. Hey, what you doing?
He's gonna hide that. Good morning. Just
Hi.
making notes.
Making notes? That sounds dumb. Come play ball.
Well, okay.
Yay!
Happy to.
He's
Let
gonna
me
come.
just put my stuff away.
Starts climbing down the building, and you can see her running over to like a collection of maybe 6 or 7 children. You kind of put your note away and sequester it privately as you make your way outside. Now, in this instant, all of a sudden, there's this strange feeling. You hear the wind start to pick up and howl. There's a huge rush as the wind suddenly changes direction sharply. And in the distance, you hear Did you hear that? Nope. Let's try that again.
No.
One more time. Maybe that's too soft. All right, let's try this one.
Oh. That was somewhat terrifying.
As you all, from your various positions, make your way outside and look into the distance, from the far south, you notice that through the mountains, there is this strange wind that blows outward from the peaks. All the people in the town have stopped and looked out. What was that? I don't know, that's never happened before. There's an ill wind in the air. It signals something bad upon the horizon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end today's session. I hope that you guys had a great time. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Thank you, of course, so much to all of the people who came and joined us today. All the people who came in with the Raiders and stuck around to the very end. You guys are awesome. So a very special shout out to Easy Dispel, Time Lord's wife, to Deadly Nightshade 666, and of course our dear friends and fellow Australians over at Split the Party TV. Guys, be sure to go and follow these channels. There are some amazing people as well. A very special thank you to, of course, my wonderful players who are, of course, my Patreons, who help me keep the lights on, help me keep doing this this D&D thing that I keep doing. We are going to have a very quick round of memorable moments where we invite our audience members and, of course, our lovely players to talk about a memorable moment from today's session, share it with the group, and then we're going to go and raid someone because we love raiding people. Raiding people is fun, and it's how we show we love people. So, let's start with Ulfgar. Ulfgar, what is your memorable moment for today?
I convinced a giant to become a cheesemaker.
You did convince a giant to become a cheesemaker. That is not a lie. That is now, you can put that on your CV. That's amazing.
It's canon. It happened.
It's canon. It happened. No, it was great. I love it. Motley, memorable moment. I feel like you've got 2.
I mean, other than dying twice and
Look, you didn't die.
and having my feed die as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Triple
true.
death is easy to remember.
I feel like I hit you so hard you dropped out of the call. No, they were good. And you know what?
Actually,
thing is,
it was everyone's reaction to the giant's tears.
Yeah, that's true. That was a very touching moment. I was definitely moved a little bit by the plot twist card, which of course, thank you again for said plot twist today. It's one of the things that actually make this game that we run online so entertaining is when Avarian CA, if you're still around, when people like Avarian like use the channel points to do stuff. It's what makes these games, different from like household games, and it's what I love most about it. So thank you for inspiring that change to my game. Sierra, memorable moment for today.
I liked that we convinced Doug that he deserved someone who would treat him well.
That is very nice.
And that was Motley Jack. That was lovely.
Yeah, that was very cool. I like that. I like that too, because that was that was a very touching moment too. Because again, we find ourselves in a position where it's like we want to obviously help people in trouble, and it was really nice that it wasn't about like, oh yeah, he's a giant, he doesn't deserve help. It's like, no, we'll give him some help. So that was really cool how you all kind of came together on that. So yay. Kilmarin, memorable moment.
Yeah, I know I had a somewhat quiet session, but there was actually a lot going on, and that moment when I was in that room raising the crossbow towards Karen.
Yeah.
And I really, I'll be honest, I was staying true to the character, and in my mind I was going, oh, lover's quarrel, whatever. Fire off an Eldritch Blast. But, he had that moment where he really told her off, and I was just like, you know what? I am, like, as we kind of cornered to the end of it, where I deal with that situation every morning. He's trying to rise above this, and he's just like, and that was a moment where he was just like true to his character and did not fire that shot, but was basically like, I'm going to back this guy up. And then that wasn't really the moment. The moment was how everybody else just fell in around it, and it ended combat, and we all stood as a unified group. And Karen, bye-bye.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. It was almost like this is Spartacus moment, it was so good. It was so awesome.
It was like the giant said what he had to say, and I was just like, I could have attacked and continued the combat, but it was just like, we'll see what she does.
No, it was great.
It was cool.
It was a very dramatic and very cool moment. So thank you for that. That was great. Delwyn.
I'll have to say that my memorable moment was actually the entirety of it.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Mainly because it's like everyone's already touched up on just about the ones I would have talked about.
Well, you can say them again. There's nothing that says you have to have a unique one each time.
Yeah. But no, it's just like, I enjoyed all of it because of how it cohesively works together.
No, absolutely. I think my memorable moment was everyone's campfire scene at the end, like the little getting that insight into like what your characters do, like the little Patreon thing, the going and kind of working on your repairing your stuff, playing music in the center of the yard, playing with the kids and writing fan fiction, and also like kind of like having that little relationship with the breakfast with the other cleric, stuff like that for me is very exciting because it builds the characters out in a way that you don't do if you're just on an adventure. It helps me as a GM really invest in your success and what you guys are doing. So that was awesome. That was amazing. Yeah, day in the life D&D. Yeah, sometimes it's just absolutely wonderful. So yeah. All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming and joining us. I've been Michael. I've been the Dead Aussie Gamer. If you want to check me out, I'm here all the time. I stream almost every day now. So come check out the channel. Give us a follow. We are here next for what are we here next for? Wednesday, Hero Forge Builder. So we're going to be building Hero Forge minis. We are doing a season of villains. So we're going to be making some D&D villains in Hero Forge, and then we're going to get them printed out, and then we're going to review them. So that'll be on at 9 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. So an hour ago, whatever time that was, in 2 days. That's where we're at. So thank you very much, everyone. We're going to go and raid. Do not forget to unleash the horde as we arrive. We're going to go and raid D20 Deathmatch, who is our dear friend, ex-Caustic Phoenix and Mudcat. They're actually playing with some of the material from Fizzbang's Guide to Treasury of Dragons. So they're going to be playing with a bunch of stuff as they do glorious battle. So let us go and cheer them on as we go see them. And as always, from me to you, thank you for joining. And until next time, game hard or die trying. Bye.
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 Die.